Welcome to the podcast. My name is ANTHEA COKER, and today I have with me a household name. Her name is Nancy BLAQ. I'm sure many of you have heard of her. I hadn't personally seen her till today, but the name I've always known. And she's here to just have a conversation with me on her journey and also other aspects of artistry, makeup, and possibly cosmetic surgery. Okay, so thank you for joining me, Nancy BLAQ.
Thank you for having me.
It's been wonderful to see you finally.
Oh. You look beautiful, I must say.
Oh, this makeup is by you, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, I had it at your studio today. Yes, so
thank you for passing by.
Makeup by Nancy BLAQ.
And you look amazing.
Thank you so much. You're not just saying that because it's your work.
No, I'm not. Trust me. Honest truth.
Thank you so much. So I know that you are a beauty educator.
Yes.
And you've come a long way. I mean, I heard your name way back.
Yes.
And for some reason, I thought you were Ghanaian. Not that I'm being biased or anything.
Yeah.
But I actually thought you were Ghanaian until just recently.
Yeah.
How did you manage to... I mean, how long have you been in Ghana?
Well, I'll say over 10 years. I came in 2011, came to school to study. So that's about 13 years.
Just 13?
Yeah.
And what is it with you Nigerians? Like, how did you come and saturate the market?
Okay, so here's the thing. We love exploring. We like to say Nigerians are the nomads of Africa because we just love expanding. You know, we're a lot. So Nigerians like to, take risks and just travel.
Anywhere.
Yes, we're everywhere actually. We're everywhere. And Ghana is making it look like it's saturated because you guys are closer. So that's why I think it's just easier to stop by.
Okay.
Yes, Ghana is closer and it's also
in terms of the distance between Ghana and Nigeria.
Yes, the distance between Ghana and Nigeria. So
right, okay. Because I mean, I'm sure before you there must have been other makeup artists in Ghana, but I hadn't heard, and I'm being honest, I hadn't really heard much of the names until later on. Much later on. So, but I always heard of Nancy BLAQ.
Okay. I don't want to take too much credit on that, but I believe I believe the art when I came, it was more of I was bold, I love colors, and the celebrities, when they're on stage, they're not supposed to look basic.
Right.
So I was that artist that was making them look extraordinary. Yeah. So it was the celebrities now that made it so obvious, that brought out the name Nancy BLAQ.
Okay.
Because it looked like from the outside I was working only on celebrities, but that wasn't the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at a point I almost put up a disclaimer telling clients that
but it's a good thing.
I mean it's a good thing, but I also want to be associated with everybody. Yes, everybody. So that's how come because now the clients want to, the brides, I mean everybody else wants to look like the celebrities. So it was a good thing. And that also helped push the brand Nancy BLAQ.
So you're a beauty educator. What exactly is that? What do you do?
Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people see that and they want to learn that.
Okay.
And a lot of people are inspired by it. And a lot of people also want to make money. So now, if you want to train, who do you think is going to teach you? Because it's not just about teaching. It's about being a good teacher.
Right.
Yeah. And then being able to impact knowledge. Not everybody has that talent. And I believe that if it wasn't my talent, by now maybe I would just stop teaching. Okay. But it's something that I find myself pride in doing. Yeah, I always love teaching. I was once a teacher, but it was like a home tutor for kids.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, it was my side hustle when I was in school.
So I know you've worked with people like Jackie Appiah and Rita Dominic. I mean, people who we see all the time online, who have amazing makeup.
Exactly.
Lydia Forsen, and so on and so forth.
The list is endless.
The list is really endless. And now me.
And now you.
The list is surely endless. When you're working on someone, what are you looking out for? What makes your work unique? Okay,
everybody has a different face. That's something that we should all know. Every makeup artist should have this at the back of their mind, that every face is different. So whatever you're doing, make sure you're working on someone according to their face. Someone can say, I want this makeup look, I want this eyeshadow, I want this. Just make sure that whatever you're doing, you're working around the client's face.
Their features.
Yes, their features, their natural features. You're trying to enhance that.
Okay.
Yes. So it's not about
just doing makeup. Because some makeup look quite scary.
Yeah. So you just have to make sure that you are looking at the client's face and then you're working with the client's face.
So when you're, because I'm curious, and every time I'm being worked on, I'm like, what are you looking out for when you're looking at me? Like the features, you're literally working as an artist, aren't you?
Yeah. So
makeup
your face
is art,
your
isn't
face,
it?
yes, makeup is art. I was very good in fine arts when I was in school, primary school. So maybe that also helped shape the artistry. But I believe that makeup is art. That's why once we're working on you, you have to keep your face steady. So your face is our canvas.
So you did fine arts in school. Did that influence you in any way becoming a makeup?
I think it helped with the steady hands. And my dad is also into arts. He paints exotic cars. So maybe I also got it from the gene. Yeah. My grandma is a fashion designer. Like in my family, we do a lot with our hands.
So there's creativity in your family.
Exactly. There's creativity in our family. We can make a lot out of nothing. This is literally a bed sheet I saw on the street. Yes.
Wow. Seriously?
Yes.
And you made a dress
out of it. All I did was cut the hands. I mean,
are you a fashion designer as well?
I believe I am, because I know how to draw it and then have my sisters sew it for me.
Okay.
But recently I've started sewing. So
maybe we can work together, because I have a brand. A clothing line, which is Lane. I'm a fashion designer. By profession. I actually went to school.
Oh, that's great.
So maybe there's something we can.
Yes.
Because I know that creativity doesn't just stop at
exactly.
It goes
even for decor, like a whole lot. I can do a whole lot, not just about the makeup. A whole lot. I make hair. I do a whole lot.
How did you land in makeup artistry?
Okay.
How did you even start?
Okay. I just love wearing makeup. I love feeling good, looking good, regardless of my.
Clearly, you can see that.
Because when I was pregnant, a lot of people were like, yeah, a lot of people were like, you don't change even when you're pregnant. I said, this is even when I slay. Because so yeah, I love looking good, and wherever I go, people will be like, your face, salons, people would stop and say, what did you do to your, what product did you use? Like, people always give me that compliment right from when I just finished secondary school. Yeah, so I love makeup. I love wearing makeup on my face, and people kept asking, but I felt like I kept saying, oh, I'm not a makeup artist, because I wasn't a makeup artist. I wouldn't even consider myself as a makeup artist then. But one day, I think I was done with uni. I was almost done with uni, and then someone asked me, I went to the bank and someone met me and said, are you a makeup artist? That was the first time that I had said yes. Yeah, so when
I
wasn't actually. So she said, do you train? I said, yes, of course. Oh, really? How much? I didn't even know. I just blurted out 300 CDs. And she was like, okay. So for how long? I said 1 month. I wasn't thinking through. It was just like, okay, whatever comes to my mind. So, and then she was like, okay, so I want you to teach me, and this is 100 CDs. Can we book an appointment? She was a teller at the bank. And I took the money, and that's a commitment. And that's how I started teaching.
Your true definition of what they say about successful people oftentimes don't really plan.
Yes.
They stumble into success.
Exactly.
And from what you're saying, it sounds to me like something that you just stumbled into.
Yes, exactly.
And you ended up making a business.
I remember when my first student, I remember the first time we watched the YouTube video together, and they were doing this makeup, and I was like, this is my first time actually seeing a professional apply makeup. And I'm like, I do this, but this is how I do it. Wow. This is how I do it. So it was actually, it felt, I was shocked, surprised how I could actually do it without ever seeing it done.
Were you worried that you might make a mistake? You've taken somebody's money. What if you don't deliver?
No, I wasn't.
You didn't feel anything like that?
I was like, if I'm able to do it this way, then I will be able to teach her to this standard, because this is what she saw and she came for. So now I had to start learning. So she introduced me to YouTube, and I remember how I watch YouTube videos every single day, like every day for maybe a year or two. I made sure before I go to bed, you know how before you go to bed you sleep. So I had a lot of makeup artists that I used to, that inspired me, that I watched their videos thoroughly, and I think they influenced my art as well. So I will give them credit as well. But
Right.
yes, but before I started, there was nothing like somebody taught you this or somebody taught you that. It was all in my head.
It was in your head,
Yes.
because it's something that I guess you're
So
born
I would
with.
look at magazines and love the look on the model or on the celebrity, and then I'll try to recreate it on myself using what I had. Because I remember I used to use my fingers as my foundation brush. Yeah, or even on celebrities. The first day I worked on BLAQ, I had no brush. I had nothing actually. So I worked with my own personal stuff. But the beautiful thing about it was that I was using just that to be able to do a lot.
To do a lot.
For them to even want to associate with me or to trust me with their faces.
But you sound so passionate about it. It's
I
almost
am
like,
very
Is it a
passionate.
calling for you?
I think it is. I think it is because I'm very passionate about makeup. I don't think makeup is something I plan on stopping any day, regardless of how old and grey I can be or I become.
You love
yes,
it.
I love it.
When you're working on people.
When I'm working on people, when I'm teaching people, I just love to see how it's going to, transcend to something else.
Yeah, the transformation.
Yes, the transformation.
And then lucky you as well. Your husband is a photographer.
A photographer.
Was that intentional?
It wasn't.
Because it goes hand in hand,
It
doesn't
wasn't. I actually went to look for work
with him.
at his place.
Yes, you know.
Then he was at Accra Mall.
What's the name of the shop again? I keep...
Photogenic.
Oh, Photogenic.
So
okay.
when I got there, my husband was the manager. I remember coming at night and they were like, oh, it's late, but you can come the next day. Like the next day was a Monday, so it was like, okay, fine. Come at so time, 11. That's when the manager would have your time.
Yeah.
So I went there but that day, the first day I did not dress well. I was coming from my side hustle, which was the home tutor for kids.
Okay.
So when you're going, I'll dress like
what did you used to
a
teach the
sister.
kids?
Computer science and English language. So
Madam, many talents.
I know, right? So that day I was
Computer
like,
science to makeup artist.
I know. That's something. So when I got there the next day, I came as a makeup artist. I looked like a makeup artist.
Okay.
Thankfully, he didn't see me the day before because saying you're a makeup artist
and then turning up,
turning up like that. So the next day I saw him and he was like, "Oh, okay, we can do this, but I won't promise you anything because clients now, when they walk in, they want to do the makeup. We've tried it didn't work out. So, but I will have your number. If anything comes up, then I'll give you a call." So I said, okay. So my husband actually linked me to my first celebrity client, which was Victoria Michaels. So when she called me, I was so excited. I went to work on her, and that day it was a funeral for Kofi Ansah.
Okay.
So her face she was the head model, and all the models, the celebrities were there, and they just loved her makeup.
Wow.
So it was like, who did your makeup? Who did your makeup? Who did your
that
makeup?
was just the door figure.
Yes. So it helped because then Stacey Amwatin saw her face and took my number. Becca saw Stacey's face and took my number. Jackie Appiah saw Becca's face and took my number. So that's just it. And then the celebrities that's what I'm telling you, all the celebrities called me.
Wow.
I never for one day went to meet any celebrity and said, please, can I work on your face? I'm not even that bold.
Yeah.
So they all called me. Hi, it's Jackie Appiah.
Oh wow.
I want you to come and do my makeup for so and so. Hi, it's Yvonne Okoro. So when I'm taking the call, I'll sound normal, like okay, all right. Then when I drop the call,
yeah. So I mean, after you hang up the phone, you're all over the place.
I'm jumping and screaming. Oh my God, Jackie called me. Oh my God, it was just amazing.
Wow.
Nana, Mama, all of them. And then before you know it, they become my friends even. So it's interesting because
makeup is a personal thing, isn't it? You're working on the person's personal space.
Exactly. And then the traveling began, and I'm like, oh my God.
You've been moving around the world?
Traveling with them. So it's actually, a dream that happened so fast, because I remember then I was still in school. I was doing the salon I was working at the salon as a hairdresser. I was teaching the kids. So it was a whole lot happening, but I just made sure that I didn't stop the makeup. It was because that was my passion.
And it's paved way, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever had any regrets? Has there ever been a day or a moment where something drastic has happened that's made you feel like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore?
Okay. with something with the makeup, I think maybe because I went to school, got a degree, have a first class in what I do or what I studied. So I'm like, sometimes I miss the 9 to 5-ish.
Right.
Yeah. When I see people.
No, trust me, you don't want to be in that space.
Okay, but I
9
think,
to 5.
I think I feel like I deserve to experience it.
Because you've never really had that.
Yes, I've never had that. And, I was longing for that going to school. So when I finished and then I dived into this makeup, the next year I was receiving awards in makeup. So I didn't really have time to, say, should I leave the makeup and try this? So once I started the makeup, it was like, go, 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 go.
Wow.
Yeah, but the 9 to 5, last year I purchased the form to study law and then I got pregnant and then I dropped it. So I feel like maybe my brain should, I like to stretch it a bit.
Do you want to be a lawyer?
People have told me that I should be a lawyer. I'd never let an argument go. I play the devil's advocate for every situation. So they always tell me that I should do it.
So I actually have 2 years experience in law. I did 2 years in uni. The reading was too much and I ran away.
Really?
So, I mean, if you've got the flair for it and the patience, go for it. Why not?
I think I will. Maybe I'm waiting for something to let me be free from, when my business gets to a level and then my kids too, because I like to
Your business hasn't gotten to a level yet?
Okay, it has, but we're expanding. We're expanding. So when you expand, you have to be involved. You have to be present. So let me try that for a year. And then once I'm sure that this is just me giving excuses, I think I should. I think I should. I will eventually.
But there's never been an instant that you felt that you wanted to give up completely on this makeup thing because it wasn't working out for you.
No. I've not had that experience.
I have a question that I've always wanted to ask. Is makeup for everyone? Because there are some people who actually look better without makeup.
Yeah, makeup is not for everyone. So when you meet those people who I think is the artist, the makeup that the person is wearing, there is makeup for everyone. Okay, there's a particular makeup for the person that you think makeup isn't for. It's just that the person hasn't discovered the art and the products. Yesterday we went to work on 5 people. It was different types of makeup, and at a point, one of them I didn't even draw her brows. But someone will go and draw brows on that. Do you understand? So there's a point of the art to let go. Just let the natural features show. So that's what a lot of people don't understand. Exactly.
So you need to have the eye.
Exactly. You have to have that eye. If not, you draw where you're not supposed to draw.
So it's not just a case of
you understand. You want to follow the whole step, the whole procedure. There's some procedures you let go for. That's what I'm saying. Just understand the client's face.
Yeah. And product has a big part to play as well?
Products has
the kind of products
the kind of products has
based on their skin texture or something.
You have to study even the skin type, whether it's oily, combination, dry. So you don't follow book to book just because this is what is written. Then you say you have to follow all the steps. You have to understand the client. I can even study you before I start asking you what makeup you want to do. I can walk into a room and look at you, have a discussion before I start thinking. Even what you are saying, I would do something different because maybe you just want me to feel like you like makeup, so I should do it. But meanwhile, I'm seeing someone who does not like makeup like that. Do you understand? So now make sure that when I'm doing the makeup, I'm doing it according to what I see, who you are. And then at the end of the day, you end up loving it because that is actually what you wanted. But because you feel like you want me to understand that you love makeup so much, somebody might go and do something extreme. Meanwhile, that is not what you are saying. Do you understand? Some people are makeup freaks. They love buying makeup products.
But there's also this misconception about people wearing too much makeup. Apparently, it's due to some sort of insecurities that make people overdo it. Is that true?
I don't believe so because I can.
So makeup doesn't have anything to do with insecurities?
No, never. Because 7 days in a week, I don't wear makeup. When I want to wear makeup, I make sure it's loud. I make sure it's colorful. I make sure it's fierce.
Okay.
So exactly. So I can decide not to wear makeup for a whole 6 days, and then just one day when I want to wear my makeup, I will go and I'll do my eyeliner to the roof if I have to. It's not about insecurity. It's just what you love doing.
Okay.
It's just
how you feel like looking.
Exactly, and how you feel like looking. Like today, I just wanted to do something simple.
Okay.
That's why I have my cornrows and I make sure everything is tightly tied at the back. This is just how I want to feel today. Exactly. Then there are days I will do the smoky eye and all that. So it depends on how you feel and how you want to be seen.
And too much makeup doesn't damage the skin?
Too much makeup doesn't damage the skin if you do skincare. So you have to take care.
That's the secret.
Exactly.
You still have to treat your skin.
Exactly. So just take care of your skin. Make it a daily routine. Just how you brush your teeth.
Okay.
Right? You take your shower, you bath, just so that you smell good, you feel good, you're clean. Take care of your skin, your face. Make sure your pores breathe.
Right.
Make sure you clean, you cleanse. Just there are steps now that are not too long. Follow it. Just like how you scrub your body, you put lotion.
Right.
Do same thing for your face.
Wow.
There are products to use for that. There are facial scrubs. There are moisturizers. You know, just even if you don't have everything, have facial.
Get some.
Yeah, have your facial wash, have your moisturizer. You can have a cleanser. So,
Nancy, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Okay.
What do you think about plastic surgery? Breast enlargement, butt enlargement, all the crazy things that has been going wild lately.
Exactly.
That all the girls are doing. Does it have anything to do with makeup?
Okay, yes, of course. But that one also has to do with insecurity.
Oh.
Yes.
One may argue.
Someone
may argue that.
Okay, someone can argue that, but I feel like this is just how you, even if you're not doing it for anybody, you're doing it for yourself because you don't like something about yourself. You don't like me, if I want to get a tummy tuck because I've had kids, I don't like my flabby belly anymore.
Right.
You understand? So once you're out of that situation, like you're done healing and you feel like I want to go back to my tighter dresses, but my stomach now is not giving me what it was given. I can go and take it out. It's insecurity. I'm not feeling comfortable. Now when I sit, instead of just being comfortable, I have to cross my arm. I have to make sure my clothes are loose. But then one may also counter that and be like, that same thing goes for makeup. Yeah.
You know, you're wearing the makeup because you don't like the texture of your skin, or you don't like your complexion, or you don't like some features that you may have on your face.
For me, I don't think so. But for the plastic surgery, the Botox, you know, makeup, you can wash it away. These ones you don't, unless you have to go through that surgery again to take it out. But for makeup, you can come home and you wash it. You see who you are. You see what you look like. And there are different types of makeup to do now that one also goes both ways. What I was about to say is that you can make it subtle. So that way, someone can also decide not to add silicone and use their own fats for the lipo and BBL, right? That's the Brazilian butt lift. Someone can also decide to take out just the fat and leave their figure how it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So it depends on how extreme you want it or how. But whatever you're doing with makeup, I feel like don't put in with plastic surgery. Try to be as minimal as possible. Try not to introduce silicones and things that at the long run it could take you 30 years,
right? But
will become a problem for you.
So you don't have a problem with. As a makeup artist, I would see that as art as well. Yeah, it's the same way we work on our features. Yeah, if somebody's working on their body, for me, I feel like some way somehow it's also art.
I don't think it's art. I think it's permanent. You're making a permanent decision, right, to change yourself. So I think that one is deep.
So do you feel that is a bad thing?
No, I don't.
Is it overrated lately? Is it going too far?
Yeah, it's becoming like wearing shoes and bags. It's becoming excessive. So now when you see everybody doing it, it's now looking like if you don't have it, then you're different. People now insult each other for having their natural bodies, which I believe, having plastic surgery is expensive. Let's start there. Okay. It's expensive. So those who are getting it done
feel like they are more on the...
Yeah. And I don't even think like they should feel that because I don't believe that that's even the case. I feel like you don't expect everyone to have a perfect body.
Yes.
It's something that you can use it to celebrate yourself. Maybe your 30th birthday, you want to have surgery.
Right.
Then you're like, okay, as for me, if I'm going to have it, maybe my 40th or something, or after when I'm sure I'm done having kids, because if I'm doing it, I don't want to go back and do it anymore. But also try to make it as natural as possible. Some are funny to look at, just like how we will laugh at bad makeup. When you see bad makeup on someone's face, you share it, you post it. We should also laugh. We should also be allowed to laugh at bad body, botched bodies.
And apparently, like, the more, like, once you get it done, you get to a point where you feel like maybe the size is decreasing or something.
Yes, it happens.
And then you want to go and
it actually happens. The size,
yes,
when you get the butt lift and the BBL done, you will need a whole lot of expanders to, suspenders, to hold the fat. If not, it becomes flabby. And when it does, you will find yourself going back to the doctor. I feel like it's extreme. It's extreme to get it wrong.
And somehow, it kind of doesn't make sense, because if you do it, and I feel like I don't have a problem with people doing it as their body, but I feel like if you do it and you don't have the means to maintain it.
Exactly. That's what people are forgetting.
You end up putting on weight again.
Do you understand? And even when you put on weight, there's no way you put on weight and your belly and your hip will be the same size. Yes. So if you get it out, you've gotten it out. So even if your belly is expanding, it will still be given the figure 8. Yes. That's one good thing about it. But what I'm saying is, when you have to go back 10 years later, yes, are you still buoyant? Yeah. Do you understand? Are you still buoyant? Or you're just doing it like, back in the day when we used to do this, but right now that you need a fix, do you have the means? Yes. Just like you said, to maintain it. Or when it becomes addictive, just like alcohol.
Oh, it can be addictive?
It can be addictive.
Wow.
You get it done. Now you want to go back. You want to do this one. You become a freak for perfection. So now, in fact, I believe that when it becomes extreme, you lose yourself.
That's when the self-esteem
isn't it? You lose yourself because now at this point, this one is not right. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. Everything is not right.
And then when you get it wrong,
you fix it. And it becomes a circle. You understand? So that's my take on it. But I feel like if you want to do it, make sure you make your research. Check, make sure you've seen the doctor's track records. Yes. And this is beauty you are chasing. Do you think it's even worth it, you dying on someone's table? Yeah. Because
it's quite dangerous.
Because every time I think of it, it's something I want to do, but every time I think of it...
Oh, you want to do it? Yeah. Personally?
Yeah, I will.
Tummy tackle. You will?
Yeah, maybe lipo, getting the fat out my belly. Oh. Yeah, if I will. Because everybody said, if you do it, make sure it's just the lipo. Don't add anything. Do you understand? Okay. So maybe a mommy makeover. But when I look at my children, I'm like,
then you get the fright.
The fright. Like, is it even worth it? Honestly. Look at the beauty that this big belly gave you. Is it worth it? So I'm like, okay,
So what happened to the good old fashioned gym?
Yeah.
Go to the gym.
Yeah, go to the gym.
Personal training.
Yeah, exactly.
Work on the things.
Exactly. That works too. We are doing it, but sometimes the gym doesn't give you it doesn't take it all out. The fupa would still be there if you don't have the strength. Surgery is like the easy way out. Just lay there. You don't even know what's happening. And they just take it out. But the gym, you have to mentally, physically, you have to be present. You have to be there.
It's the easy way out, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because once they have it, apparently the pain they go through.
Yeah.
The risk of dying.
The risk of dying. But just believe this. Maybe I might not die. Maybe this person died.
So people are ready to risk their life.
You understand?
On a notion of I might not die.
That's the part that gets me worked up. Like, okay, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe. We'll see. Mentally right now, I don't think is healthy. Okay. Maybe because of where I am now. So sometimes it's also where you are. Your mentality can change. Maybe you might be in your fine girl era where I want to look flawless. I'm traveling, vacation, I want to wear a bikini, group of friends, peer pressure. It depends on your lifestyle at the moment. Yes. Right now, I'm in my mommy era. I want to sacrifice for my children. Right. I don't even mind having whatever, just to make sure that, okay, so every insecurity I have now, I look at it like the beauty of having this beautiful kid.
Yeah.
So right now, maybe this is where my mind is.
Right.
In the next 5 years, I don't know.
It
might change. Do you understand? So they'll be older, and you're like, okay, these people, they even have their own lives. They're going to boarding school, and I'm now left here with this and that. Maybe I should just get it fixed.
I think you're right. I think it's the stages of life that influences that. But then you have other people who haven't had kids.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything. They haven't, and they're doing it.
Some of them, when they even give birth, it helps. The belly can go back faster because it's been snatched already. So it depends on you and what you're planning to get out of life. But most times, like the freaks, those ones who are addicted, the Botox, you go, before you know it, the Botox starts coming down. And when it does, your skin, you have loose skin, right? Okay. So now, and it takes a while for the fat tissues to go back and fill it up.
Right.
But now, if you don't have patience, you go back and fill. And when you're filling, you feel it more than the last time. So now you're getting used to a facial structure that when it's gone, you feel like something is wrong.
Okay.
Now you want to go back and get a fix. That's where it becomes a problem, because now you are addicted.
Yeah. And it changes one's
image. Wow. So it's good until it becomes addictive.
It sounds like there's a lot to think about when it comes to this whole plastic surgery.
A whole lot to think about.
It's not something to just play with, is it?
It's not something to play with.
I mean, will you advise your clients? If I came to you and I said to you, I'm thinking of maybe enlarging my butt, what would you say to me?
Yeah, I feel when I look at, first of all, I'll look at you, right? If I feel like what you're saying makes sense, let's say you've been bullied because you have a flat butt or whatever, maybe you can go and get it done just to make you feel better about yourself.
But isn't bullying got to do with psychological, where the mind gets to? If a person is bullied to a point, they begin to feel the drain psychologically. And obviously it leads to the physical aspect of them wanting to get.
Exactly.
So shouldn't they really get help with maybe a psychology to work on how they are feeling rather than to...
So if you feel like you can get a psychologist to help you with that, fine. But if surgery is your only way out, I'll tell you to go for it. Most of our insecurities are because somebody called you a big head, or someone said Chinese eyes, or so. Right now, all the things people insulted me about back in the secondary school as a teenager are things that I'm seeing people doing.
Right.
Yes. That's what people are going to get done.
Yes.
Paying money to get done. Yes. So if you're not mature enough to grow past it and have it play out and embrace your own natural beauty,
you're actually right.
Or whatever makes you, then choose the easy way out, which is getting it fixed.
You're right, Nancy, because I remember when I was growing up, I was seen as a little bit deformed because here was this tiny little girl with this huge hips. And I remember people used to make fun of me in school. And I would never wear things that are revealing. I always used to cover myself because I don't want people to see my shape. Yeah. But today you look around and that's what people are paying for.
So so just let it play.
So you think very soon this whole butt thing is going to reverse?
It will reverse. Even Kim Kardashian has taken hers out.
At one point, everybody wanted to be like Victoria Beckham.
Exactly. So right now, people are going to start embracing themselves. Because the BBL now, it looks like everybody's getting it. Baddies, right? The baddies are getting it. Now, the mature baddies who don't want to look like baddies anymore are taking theirs out or making it smaller.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, the pioneers.
Yes. Exactly.
They started it and they're taking it out. It's food for thought, isn't it?
Exactly. So it all boils down to love yourself. Love who you are. Embrace yourself. If you feel like gym is going to help you fix your insecurity,
right,
go for it. But if you think it won't help you, or you don't have patience, or you have the money to get surgery, just make sure you do your research. It's just like going to get your teeth done, getting veneers or whatever. Make sure you do your research. Check for the long term. check.
Yes, it's very important.
Check.
Yes.
Because a lot of people just jump into it, do it, and they're like, oh, we weren't told that with vineyards, when you take it out, this one is gonna happen, or with this, we were scammed. No, you weren't scammed. You didn't do enough research. So make sure you do your research. Check if the aftermath of your permanent decision is going to match that insecurity you're battling.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so just make sure, aftermath of it, and then this insecurity. Which one is bigger?
More, yes.
Yes, which one is more? Yeah, so just check it. If it's worth it, go for it.
I think that's excellent, Nancy. I'm so glad you came. Thank you so much. Are you still teaching?
Having me. I'm still teaching. I won't stop teaching. Like, I'll keep teaching.
I actually want to learn how to do my own makeup.
So I'm still teaching. I was teaching even with my 9 months belly. I was teaching. People were screaming, drop the brush, wait. I'm still teaching.
Wow. And do you have any events coming up? Anything?
Right now I'm actually doing we're doing our permanent site.
Okay.
So it's a bigger space,
right,
where we'll have everything: makeup, photography, beauty, even fashion. You can walk in as and come in. You have your pedicure, manicure, everything, your hair done, makeup done. You can even get a dress there.
Oh, wow.
And take your pictures.
Excellent.
So we are doing that. Hopefully by the end of this year, it will be ready and people can come in and find us and get anything done. Yes.
So I'm sure you will inform your 3 million followers on Facebook. And your other huge number
on Instagram. Yes.
Thank you so much, Nancy BLAQ.
Thank you for having me.
It's been an inspiration.
Thank you. I forgot to mention, sorry, that we also have hostels.
You have a hostel?
Where the same place we're going to have hostels as well.
Okay.
For people, because a lot of my students are international students, like from out. So most times the accommodation is the problem. So I usually house them, but this time around we have people who come in with their kids and they want like a 1-bedroom. And
that's clever.
So we're doing that.
That's that's clever. So it's like a one-stop shop. You come in,
you get
you can
everything.
stay, and then excellent, amazing. Nancy BLAQ, I am so thrilled that you came. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And you've been watching the podcast. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.